planet Cybertron, and now its residents shall witness its dismemberment. Rise, my podcast. Serve your new master well. All hail Unicron.
Hey everyone, welcome to All Hail Unicron, episode 81. I'm your host, Oscar Alonso. Joining me to my right is the Mad Professor himself, Mr. T2RX6, Justin.
Yellow, it's me.
And coming in on my left is everyone's hot and bothered, sexy ambulance chaser himself, the one and only Mr. Robert D.
Hello.
And unfortunately, we have some somber news to say tonight. To go to a pre-order, Richard H. Apparently, the
bankruptcy court, he got arrested.
Weight of his debt was so intense that when he went to bankruptcy court, he had a full-blown panic attack. He evacuated his bowels on not just his attorney, but on the prosecutor, as well as vomiting uncontrollably a green substance on the judge. He is now in contempt of court, I believe, for what did he say, Robert? 2 weeks?
30 days.
Yeah, 30 days. So he is only being given Gatorade Zero and laxatives because he had scheduled to get a colonoscopy, but because of the intense stress of being, and I'm being honest with you listeners when I say this, $3.7 million in credit card debt have finally caught up to him.
His sentence was an eye for an eye. So they put him on laxatives and Gatorade.
They were furious. And then they told him that if he feels like he could eat solid food, they'll gladly give him sugar-free organic gummy bears.
Haribos?
Broke Wallet Richard is held up this week, not joining us, and that's fine. We will miss him terribly for this episode. So let's get the ball rolling. Did anybody get anything, Robert?
I don't know if this came in last show. I got the Newage blaster. I don't know if I mentioned that last show.
You did, yes.
No, I haven't gotten shit.
Wow, okay.
Wait, did I get? No, wait a minute.
That's 40 minutes we
Primes
saved for the
Toys?
intro. Oh, never
Primes Toys Ultra Magnus?
That you did not mention. Does it come with a white Optimus Prime?
Yes.
Yeah.
It does. Okay.
Yes.
Is it an MP44 KO?
No.
No, it's its own Mamma Jamma. It's nice. It's very nice. I like the proportions on him. He's heroic, but less beefy.
Was it worth the 6-year wait?
I mean, I'm happy to have him. I don't feel like it wasn't like I had a crap CHUG stand-in this whole time. You know, I didn't get the X-Transbots, but I heard that's pretty damn good. And I've always had the MP, and I loved him for his bulky ass. But this is a nice upgrade from that. You know, it's not like I want to throw the MP in the trash because I love that figure. A lot of people hate it just because of the butt flap and lack of articulation. But it's like Ultra Magnus is kind of, as a toy, I always expected him to be just like a fucking cardboard cutout standing there. But this is different.
With gorilla arms?
Yeah, this is.
I must extend my arms 3 feet to open my chest. Con, 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 con.
He's well articulated, sculpted nicely. I like the figure, you know? I haven't transformed it yet, though.
You know, to talk on a topic here. So I had a friend at work who kind of fucking ruined Transformers a little bit for me, right? His name is Andrew. His name is Andrew. I'm going to send him a link to this part of the podcast because he needs to know what a fucking scumbag he is. Every time, like when I'm building a Gundam and I'm watching some G1 off Tubi, right? He goes to me, yeah, you want me to fuck up Transformers? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, you know, every time they make that sound effect when they transform, I'm like, yeah, they're gobbling cock. So every time they make that sound on the show, I just picture Optimus Prime going, I'm going to suck my own dick, Autobots. Conk, 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 slurp, 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 garble, garble. So he almost ruined it. But in return, I'm just going to send him pictures of Jack Black on his phone because he looks like Jack Black from Minecraft. Sad, depressed man who hates the world he lives in with Jason Momoa. This one's for you, Andrew. Fuck you. Yeah. I won. Can't come back to this. He doesn't have a podcast. Fucking drunk. Anyway, Justin, what'd you get this week?
Let's see. So I'm trying to think. I got the Legacy Motormaster. I walked into Target and there he was. And I was like, oh, nice. I need his.
Now, what's your thoughts?
Dorky mustached face. I like him. I mean, I love the Prime. I like the Motormaster just as well. I knew I would like him. I have the upgrade kit coming for the Prime. I'm debating if I want the one from the Motormaster. Like, I kind of wish they did something else besides wings, but I know that they just pretty much recolored it. But I like that they have the thing that adds the little, like, windows that were on top of the, what kind of truck is he? The Kenmore truck?
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of add that on the top instead.
Sleeper windows, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, I kind of like that they do that. So, I'll probably get it. But I'm really excited that I got him.
Let me ask you, because you like your animated, I do too.
Mm-hmm.
This Motormaster, when you look at his face, does he look like the only Decepticon with a suspended license?
Yes.
Because of a DUI? Like,
yeah.
I want someone to release a head for that figure that has a mullet.
Does
it be like,
what someone needs to do is they need to come up with an attachment that goes into the little like strain relief plug on the back that just lets you plug in a mullet onto the back. Yeah, that'd be good.
But like, just imagine, and you could create like a voice chip that can have like 4 sayings. The first one's like, "I'm not as think as you drunk I am, officer. My name's Motormaster." The second one would say, "I need a pack of 305 menthols, 100s in a box, and a $5 Monopolist scratcher." The third one says, "Luann, if you don't open this trailer, I swear to God, I'm going to come at you like a sloth jacked up on meth and Mountain Dew." And the fourth and final one is, "That's a weird accent you got, partner. Where are you from?" Because, you know, he's xenophobic.
I could see it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got him, and I think the only other thing I got this week was I got my 2-in-a-box HasLab trap and PKE meter.
Yeah,
they're pretty cool. I'm enjoying them. So they just came in today, and I've been messing with them. And the instructions suck, and Hasbro should be ashamed of them. Because like there's all these like little hidden features like making the PKE meter and stuff actually overheat and stuff, and it's like, but none of that stuff is listed. It's just like hit the button for animations. I'm like, oh, okay, there's 4 buttons. What do they do? What's the difference? You know, like one of them is like a canned set of animations on the PKE meter. Like it does like randomly go up and down and stuff. Like it doesn't tell you. It just says hit the button for animations. You know. Yeah, I don't know. I wish the instructions were a little bit better, but it's a cool set. I like it. They are super weighty. The trap feels like it's got to be like 8 pounds. It's so heavy. It's nice. They did a good job on it, though.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
You get a good pump, bro.
Yeah, you could probably. So, yeah, it's fun. I like it. I think they did a good job there. So,
okay.
What did you get?
I got a few things. I did pick up the Star Raiders, not the repaint of fucking, oh my god, Air Razor. I forgot the chick's name. Flaric, whatever, the blue Air Razor, right? Mm-hmm. And then I picked up the gray red face Cyclonus repaint off the Walmart special for like $11. Mm-hmm. Which they do honor in store, everyone, if they have it in stock. I picked those 2 up because I had the Thundertron from a while ago. So now I am 1, 2, 3, 4 Star Raiders deep if you count Lockdown. And then I also picked up, for the sake of making a custom, because I was looking at the body and I was like, I think I can make a good impactor off of that, is the Game Reverse Ratchet from War for Cybertron. Nice. So picked that up again from Walmart on their sale. It was like $20 or something like that compared to the $35.
Mm-hmm.
So it was some pretty smart purchases. And then, you know, I was buying Christmas gifts for everybody else, which is where all the money went. Because the holidays are coming, everyone.
What?
I'll tell you who's not celebrating it, my fucking mom. I also got Chrono Achievement, Shattered Glass Slag from Newage, known as Nidhagen.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it Nidhogg? It's based on Nidhagen from Norse mythology. It's like this dragon creature that eats away at the roots of the tree of Jormungandr. So yeah, it's nice. I love the transformation. I think it's fucking fun. In the end, the figure looks amazing. So that's 4 out of 5, and I'm holding off till probably next year to pick up Snarl.
Nice.
And I think up until what's going on with the new Prime toy line they're gonna do, I think I'm good, man. Like, well, that Jezz we're gonna be talking about today, that looks fucking dope too. That might be their next big thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
It looks really fucking good for a Jezz figure. Like, holy, it makes my Maki toys look kind of inferior now. But yeah, so let's get on to third-party news. First Legends, then CHUG, and now upgrade kits for mainline figures from Newage. Oh boy.
What is this?
So, this is an upgrade kit for Studio Series Concept Megatron from the Bumblebee movie. It gives him a different face, a much better face compared to the one that comes with it, because everyone's been buying that IDW one.
Mm-hmm.
But this one kind of works more for the aesthetic. That IDW one would work if you actually plan on kind of converting him into a IDW Megatron, but this comes with a new face, a better fusion cannon, and
the gun barrel. It
looks, new gun barrel for the back. Because he does have that fan mode, right? Because that's what it's about. It's really nice. I mean, I have this guy. This figure's pretty tight. I love the purple detail inside the fusion cannon. Looks good in flight mode.
Is that an LED?
Mm-hmm.
It's Newage, probably is, man.
Yeah, it has lights. The cannon is lit, and he has the back cannon.
Yep, the back cannon, like the face of the back cannon, add a lot to the overall silhouette. Like, it really dials in the Megatron. Honestly, I'm looking at the picture too, the one where you have like without the kit and with the kit next to each other. And oh, wow, that's a huge difference. Like, all of a sudden, it like really screams Megatron. One on the left is like generic robot, like it's like
Shock Trooper or some dumb shit
it's like
that.
playing like War for Cybertron or something, and it's just like one of those characters that shows up and you beat the crap out of over and over again. And there's a billion of them, and like the right one's Megatron. That's
why
wouldn't you
think
2 pieces.
It's so funny. Like it's just a head sculpt.
Uh-huh.
Why can't the official just get that right? And you'd think that third party would give you kind of like, oh, let's turn him into Tarn for you.
Yeah.
But instead,
conversion kit.
Yeah, they're like, nah, you know what? This is what his head should fucking look like.
Yeah. Weird
That's
decision.
cool though. I think this is cool that Newage is it's like they're like they're like going across the spectrum of what like they had like a meeting and they're like, listen, what is third party? What does third party do?
Yeah.
They did CHUG, they did accessory upgrades, they did this, upgrade kits. Let's do all of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it. I love that they're doing this.
I think this contributes well to their renaissance with they've been having now for years with their Legends class figures.
Yeah.
I don't own a lot of Newage figures. I do have Alonzo for obvious reasons, right?
Why would you have that? That doesn't make any sense.
No, shut up, mind your business. And then I still have the Ironhide that Robert gave me years ago. The first run, it's still a fucking solid little bit, man. Like, fucking with him years ago is what made me get back into getting with Legends. I'm very picky about which ones I go for.
Yeah,
aesthetically.
I'll be honest. I still think their original Ironhide and Ratchet, I like them better than their new one. The new one's more cartoon accurate when in robot mode, but like I think generally the old ones are the better full package because the vans look better and things like that. So.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I love that they're doing this. Love it.
It is harking back to the early days of third party when it was all about upgrade kits. You know, turn Tomahawk into Whirl.
Yeah.
Remember, that's how I came across Justin's videos for the first time, was that kit. And I was like, oh, I want to buy it. $40. Eat my ass, third party. Fucking thieves.
Third party
figures. Remember Hector? Like, some people thought that was a real thing. Well, one fucking idiot thought it was a real thing.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Boy, was his name Hector?
But I'll tell you what, don't Jezz all over the place, Justin, but there's a new Jezz coming from Bingo Toys.
Oh my god.
We were just talking about this at the beginning of the show, so. You got Facebook loading, and there he is, Bingo Toys, Jezzy. Horrible name.
He's a bad name.
Jezzy. It's like a jizzing Leslie.
I mean, it's Bingo Toys. They mostly make scantily clad female Transformers. So...
Look at that bulge right there, bro.
Yeah.
This motherfucker packing a 13-inch fucking pussy killer.
Mm-hmm.
Bingo Toys makes excellent figures, though. They're gorgeous. So, I mean, hopefully this is no exception so far.
So right now, what comes with this Jezz figure is a full spectrum transmitter, a solar photon gun, 2 swords, which is neat because he is like the ninja of the group, right? Like the stealth operative guy, does wet work probably. And of course, stereo speakers.
Mm-hmm.
A full spectrum transmitter? Does that like make you autistic?
Yes.
I don't know.
And then he blasts you because you don't have earmuffs handy. He blasts you with his speakers.
Hits you with the full spectrum transmitter. You become autistic. You're like, oh no, I can't pick up on social cues. I am a robot. And then he hits you with the music. Oh no, hip hop and R&B and pop. No, your nose starts bleeding. You fall down. You're like, but I got the vaccine. Why is this happening to me? Why was I programmed to feel pain?
This is gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they do with this. I like how he looks in bot mode. He gives me the Flames Toys vibes a lot. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
I like the sports car. I'm okay with it being some stylized take on him. I have zero gripes with that.
Can I say this about the alt mode though?
Yeah.
It looks like you need to slap a Lego Technic logo on there.
Yes. And that's where I guess my questions come, because clearly Bingo Toys is very much like shelf formers. Like everything they do is a shell of a toy that goes over an inner robot. And like I feel like a lot of that is here. Like if you look at the back of the car, like that's his thighs, right? It looks like they're folded and like basically it's folded. I'm not sure which direction, but the back of the car there, he's probably got the feet hiding up in there underneath, right?
Right.
Then the rest of this stuff kind of looks like it just expands out a little, like the chest, the head flips down. The arms are clearly on like a 180 joint, so it'll rotate all the way around, and that's how they just kind of slide in there. So I worry about this, like, because I don't know, Bingo hasn't done anything that's like, oh, you can make a complex transformation, and like, it may be the case that this is not a complex transformation, right? So yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how this thing turns out at the end of the day. I think it looks good, but it's definitely one to keep eyes on. Yeah.
And it looks like Jezz has a big penis.
He certainly does. I mean,
big. Baby's arm holding an apple. Well, he's a Autobot, so it'd be a human arm holding an apple. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
Sex.
Yeah, but it's cool. I like it.
I like it. It looks super posable, but because of how posable he does appear, my concern is the longevity of the joints.
Yeah.
I haven't fucked with my super posable Prime from MMC a lot, but he's not showing signs of wear and tear. But that's MMC. That's a whole different beast compared to Bingo Toys. I don't have a.
Yeah, they're established. Yeah, you're right.
You know, so like this maybe, and then I look at the photos of him from the back. It looks like you could store the doors behind there, or on his arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, where it shows like front, back. You could, if you zoom in. Well, you can't zoom in, but.
Actually, I wanted to look. Who did the
Hold
Bumblebee?
on 1 second, guys. I'm sorry.
Remember back not long ago there was a Bumblebee. No, there was a transforming one.
Really?
Yeah.
I need Rich. I need that link.
Yeah, it wasn't Bingo Toys, but who did? Oh shit, what's their name?
Wasn't it Unique Toys?
No, I think it was Big Firebird or something. Big Firebird.
Cluck, 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 cluck.
Yeah, I know. It's because my mic's on my desk, so anytime I type, you hear it. I don't remember. One of the companies that made these things did a Bumblebee that had like the half tires. It was very strange. I don't know, but I feel like they're all related. I will say Big Firebird did, the Nicey, and I think Big Firebird and Bingo probably the same company, honestly. But I mean, the Mocha and the Nicey, I don't have Nicey, but I have Mocha, which turns into a cool like sports car, and she's pretty good for a shelf warmer overall. So
okay,
this could work out. Out.
I hope it does. What was it, like 130? It's going for, which it's not hateful.
Yeah.
Especially for this character, which I don't think has gotten a lot of love lately.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at Jezz still.
Yeah.
Bingo is always reasonably priced. They're always well articulated. I'm gonna take out my Bingo toys. Unless my stuff is still in bubble wrap. Since when I did my floors 6 months ago. I'm gonna tell you how those joints are. Because I have a feeling, because they don't have like an excessive amount of die cast in them. So you'd think that the joint should hold up. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what, the most ingenious use of those doors is to turn them into shields, because what better way to protect yourself than some glass panels?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's how I do it all the time.
Everyone, get behind me! My glass shielding will help. Oh, everyone's dead. Oh dear. Oh, Chip, your legs. Oh, your legs. You must be in so much pain. It's okay, Jezz. I'm crippled. LOL on my messenger, buddy. Look, you pop up every time. Right, anyway, moving on. Cang Toys is taking on Deluxe Insecticons, starting with Chop Shop. Now, this is interesting for me because
this is amazing.
I picked up the 2-pack that Amazon was selling for my nephew, where it comes with Chop Shop and Barrage. I don't remember their names that well. My nephew loved their color scheme, so I was like, all right, whatever. But this looks really neat.
I don't know how that makes me feel.
Hopefully this doesn't combine.
I don't. So
why?
Okay. So I don't know if I love it. If I only like it or if I hate it. I'm not sure.
Why are they so big? Isn't 18 centimeters like 9 inches? What is it?
That's what she said.
Wait, what's 18?
It is, like 7 inches.
That's wrong.
Baby.
So
that's wrong.
So let me go back on why I don't know how I feel about this. Because, again, Cang Toys is very stylized, right? And this is no exception. And what I think, the reason that I take a pause here, is I look at this and I'm like, it looks like a Gundam in
it does.
Robot mode. Like, it's Super Gundam.
Mm-hmm.
But those Insecticons were also, if I recall correct, Bandai toys.
Hey, they were Gundam.
So maybe they should look like Gundams.
Yeah.
They were Gundam.
Yeah.
I'm getting hints just at the chest, like the vents on the chest from different models, like the Impulse Gundam from Seed Destiny. The hands, the arms, the shoulders are like kind of from Endless World CW.
I mean, you even
Sandrock.
got like that vent thing going on the chest that a lot of Gundams have, Like,
yeah. Yep.
So, I'm not
RX-78,
sure where I
the granddaddy has it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Keep them in beetle mode. Keep them in dung beetle mode.
Yeah, but I just might as well print a dung beetle. I don't know. I'm not sure where I land on this. It's a good choice for them to do, and I'm surprised that they're the first people doing it, if I'm honest with you. I feel like Deluxe Insecticons should have been out many years ago. Like
my stupid ass. Well, why no? Didn't Fans Project do a set? They recolored their Insecticons.
They did, yeah. Except they were missing one of them, but they mostly turned out okay. So
yeah.
This is
because I was about to be like, didn't Fans Hobby do some insects? But it's just one of them, Repugnus, I think his name was.
Yeah.
He was part of the Monster Bots.
Yeah, they were stupid looking.
They were huge, is what they were. But yeah, it's a Gundam. But he's like 22 centimeters tall. In shit beetle mode.
I blame those the Repugnus and those guys that came out around the same time as the hot dog truck came out.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the same time as a lot of people were collecting like doubles and triples, and it just fizzled interest.
Oh yeah,
a lot of people got out of the hobby right around that time.
Yeah, well, they were troop building with the Insecticons and the other ones, right?
But I don't know. This is going to be solid. I'll tell you what. I'm excited about this more than I am the Dinobots they're doing.
It really does look like a fucking Gundam.
Yep. Without a doubt.
All right, well, RobotToys, Legend Scale, Cheetor, and Shadow Panther, full color prototypes. Oh. These are pretty neat.
These are legends?
These are legends, yes. These are legend scale figures. And Shadow Panther with his little metallic armband.
Yeah, they don't look bad at all.
Yeah.
These are cool.
This may be the best looking Cheetor we've ever gotten. If I'm honest with you.
Yeah.
I think this is the same company that did the Primal and the Megatron, right?
I believe so. Shit, excuse me, sorry.
Yeah, fine.
I mean, they're not bad. Beast Wars fanboys will probably dig it. Do you guys want to carry on, or no? Okay, we'll move on. Great Works Studio Legend Scale Predaking coming. Giggity.
Trying to catch up on some pre-orders as I'm watching these notes.
He's like, oh,
easy there, Richard.
This is how he ends up getting. He ends up getting 4 of them.
Yeah, I don't know when that happened. So it looks like okay, this has got to be a KO set because this looks a lot like the MMC Feral Rex but downsize. This is the MMC Feral Rex downscaled. These are KOs.
Downscaled to what? What scale?
Legends.
What? It does look like Feral Rex. You can tell by the way it fucking stands.
Mm-hmm.
My boots are too big for my britches. Go ahead and touch me and watch my crotch collapse.
And that's not because I have an erection. It's because I'm not built very well. They got a Weird Wolf there too. Like, who the fuck? When the fuck did he come out?
Oh no!
Like my favorite Decepticon headmaster. But yeah, these are the Feral Rex figures downsized, man.
What tells you that? Just looking at them, or you heard news?
Just the aesthetics. It's very MMC. Just look at Tantrum. Just the bit on the chest there, and then you can look at freaking Rampage also. And the big dead giveaway is fucking Dive Bomb. Like, that is MMC downscale. These are KOs.
Yeah, you could tell just because it's not like it has to have the bulky, shorter arms that, MMC's arms are always kind of oddly proportioned, really wide, and, and the feet, the calves. Like, it just has that. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, I think I agree too.
I'm not getting it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still withering away bit by bit on Cang Toys mini lineup. But, yeah. Speaking of lineup, how about the official lineup? What is 2.5 inches tall? It gets beaten like it owes one of Robert's clients' money. Yes, it's another line of low-cost, non-transforming featuring the same G1 characters.
Yeah, I don't understand this. I mean, that model kit line that just came out recently.
Blockies.
Yeah, it's the same thing, right? Like,
yep.
Almost down to the aesthetics and everything. It's the same thing. So why are we quadrupling down on this? They're like, blockies are doing well. Get more. Make more of these. People will buy them. Like, I don't.
I think as this is gonna I think that's Chinese writing, or it could be Taiwanese.
Yeah, that's Chinese. Taiwanese is Chinese.
It is, yes. I'm sorry. I'm so cultured, but yeah,
unless
I think
you're
this
native
is just,
Taiwanese, then you're Southeast Asian.
I think this is just available in that region. Like, this is like a Show Z store purchase.
It's available in that region until everybody else starts selling it.
This is true.
I mean, it's not like it's 2024. We live in the modern world where anyone could get pretty much anything from anywhere. You know.
I just wouldn't expect to see this in a fucking Walmart anytime soon.
Yeah.
I know the Blockies has sold pretty good though, because I finally found my Walmart display. They're all gone. My comic shop just has the Rise of the Beast movie figures, which nobody wants. It tells you how good that fucking movie was. Way to go, director. We get it. You want to suck Michael Bay's dick. You accomplished that. Mm-hmm. Fucking sit there and take a movie like Bumblebee and take 5 steps back.
Mm-hmm. I remember watching Bumblebee and I was so surprised about how good it actually was, and then I was like, oh well, I'll watch this, I guess, and I was like, oh, this is a tough one. I don't know if I can finish this.
No, there was nothing tough about it. It was fucking bad. That's all there was. Pure and simple.
I haven't finished watching it.
Yeah. Don't bother. You're not. They went for Unicron. They try to create a new character, which I give them credit for. But at the end of it, it was too much of a, man, don't you guys miss Michael Bay stuff? Mm-hmm. Come on, we got a Hispanic guy yelling Brooklyn, baby, every 5 seconds. Mm-hmm. And a really attractive black woman, person of color. She's really attractive, and she runs a lot, so, boobies. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's do this for the B-Man. Bayham for life, guys. He hates cripples. We do too. What do you say, guys? And this whole studio was like, "Yeah, we're gonna make so much money." Barely broke even, bro. Let's enlighten some of the audience members not keen. All 6 of them, if they're not familiar with how the movie industry works. If a film costs $200 million to make, they have to make 2 times that amount to break even, just to break even. Mm-hmm. Because you have to allow for advertising and all that other shit. Rise of the Beast barely broke even. But we'll never see another fucking Transformers live action film. And I'm sorry for the G.I. Joe fanboys out there. It just didn't work out, man. What can I say? You got screwed not once, but twice.
The problem is you've had shitty writers doing G.I. Joe stuff. And then to try to shoe it in with Transformers like that, like, no, come on. Like, no, You are lessening that franchise by trying to tie it in with the whole mech suit thing and try to do something with that. Like, that was stupid.
Brooklyn, baby, transform! Gong, 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 yeah. Gong, gobbling cock.
That was absolutely stupid. So, yeah.
So that was, So, yeah, these are nice, if you love blind bags. Mm-hmm. That's what it's called. Age of the Primes. Fists. All right, up next is Age of the Primes, Star Convoy, Superion, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yep. Isn't that fucking stupid? And Tails.
Hey.
And more from Cybertron Con.
They should have painted the propeller as Tails. They missed it.
Okay. First thing, let's just talk about the obnoxious video game elephant in the room. That is the Sonic the Hedgehog Transformers crossover.
All right. So I want to say, as someone with the youngest kids here, who are both very into Sonic, I was like, this is stupid. And then I showed it to my kids, like, hey, is this cool or not? And they're like, yeah, that's cool. I'm like, really?
And Justin slowly takes his belt off, like, I'll beat the shit out of these kids.
I thought about it. I was like, why?
Wrong answer.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it really felt. Like, oh, that was not the right answer. But
someone earned themselves some leather time.
I'm like, all right, it is what it is. So I don't know. I think these look stupid. I think that the Sonic car looks like some cheap like you remember. What were they? They were the like Fisher Price or something Transformer things that were out. I think they were actually called GoBots back in the day.
Yes, man, yes.
So I'm like, oh god, why did you do that? It looks like that as a car, you know. And then Sonic doesn't look so great either. He just kind of
dude. He's got like massive hollow feet. Like this is some fucking like. Not R.I.D. Yeah, the R.I.D. Warrior class figures, man. Like, look at those fucking hollow gaps. Put a fucking panel there.
And then, what gets me too is like, Sonic's one of his big trademarks, right? Big red shoes. Oh no, just a big blue front of the car. I almost feel like it would make more sense if the car was two-toned, like red and blue and stuff like that. And
this Sonic is clearly a nudist.
Yeah.
He is naked.
He is definitely naked. He's something.
But like, get some chili dogs. Sonic web fucking YouTube video. I'm gonna look that up. But look at Tails though. What I see here with Tails is there are hints of Hearts of Steel coming out.
Yeah.
And Tails' alt mode being that propeller plane might be an indication it may do like a biplane.
Is that his fist in his cockpit? No, his fists are white. It just looks like a fist in his cockpit. It's like
a transformation joint, yeah. And he doesn't look that good either. Like, I don't know. You could have done a better head sculpt, I feel like. I don't know. I don't understand this.
This is amazing. This is a work of art.
This is I don't know. I don't like this.
What's up with Bumblebee? He's like, hey, little kid, ow, cut your fucking hand off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Hey, Sonic, want to eat a cheeseburger? I gotta find it. I am just seeing a shitty cosplayer. Why is that coming up? Oh, my God. Where is it? All right, well, I look for that. Let's move on to the next one here in this list. So, real talk. Let's get this one out of the way because I am a little excited for it. Armada Red Alert. Justin, what are your thoughts?
Where is he? I'm looking for. Oh, he looks good. I'm super excited to get this. Like I said, I've been trying to.
Where is he?
He's, if you scroll up just a little bit, he's right after whatever this like moon rover looking thing is. I have no idea what that is. Just scroll up just a tiny bit. But I love this. I've legitimately been waiting for like the longest of times to actually get this trilogy of characters that I care about from Armada complete, and like just this finally coming out just makes me super happy. So I am glad that
with the RoboCop head.
Yeah, that's what I want. So yeah, this is super exciting to me. I'm real happy.
He looks like he looks like he hiked his pants up really fucking high.
Yes.
Well, that's how he looked in the cartoon, though. Was like it's chunks of car hanging off his calves. My main concern is like the left hand with the, was that a laser or a scalpel? Because he is a doctor, right? So, like that looks like the same one that Cannonball has for the Star Raider set, and that's a small thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. I can 3D print that, make something bigger. So that's not too big of a deal, but I like it. He gets all the little accessories. I assume they can store in him. I've never messed with the Cannonball. From
store in my.
So I don't know if that works, but it's a good retool. It looks good. I like it. And finally, I'll have my Prime Hotshot and Red Alert, and that's all I care about at this point. So
that's the trilogy, right? Was there another guy with them?
No, they were all just hunting the mini cons in that game. So
those three of them, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I like this. I think it's a good update, a nice homage. Finally, they're dipping out of G1 and going into other series.
Yep.
I think it looks great. I like the alt mode. I really do.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is good. This is a win. So,
tell you what could be a loss, is the Titans class Star Convoy.
Where's that?
Scroll up a little bit more.
How's he Titan class? Is he 9 inches tall?
I think he's like
Probably
13.
He's like the same size as that new Jinrai.
Yeah, he's probably bigger than the fucking new Jinrai.
Yeah. So this one I'm not sure. I don't hate this thing. First off, let me qualify this and say that I think the MMC one that they did was just not good. MMC should be ashamed of the one that they put out. And this one,
really,
they really should. Because I got the MMC one on the back of having the what was the Optimus that they did? Everybody was like raving about it. They made the Nemesis one that had...
hamburger? No, little buddy. How about a chili dog?
There you go.
No, little buddy.
Found it.
Anyway, so they made it. Remember they made that Nemesis Prime that had like half the faceplate torn off, and he had like the skull or whatever underneath. Yeah, it was like a really highly praised MMC release. MMC, what was it called? MMC Optimus Prime. Let me see.
It was that superposable Optimus.
Yeah.
Old.
Optus Pexus, is that it?
I think, yeah.
Right.
Optus Pex.
Perminion, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, Perminion, whatever the fuck that means.
But it was like super, super highly praised, and people loved it and said it was great.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the Nemesis Prime, like, this is good. And then I'm like, they're doing a Star Convoy? I'm like, that's cool. I've always dug the design of Star Convoy. And
you're going back now, dude. You're hitting. We both got that, remember?
Did you get the Star Convoy too?
I did get the Star Convoy.
And like it's like it could not be simpler engineering. Like it's a joke. It's so simple to transform, like, and you're like, what did you do here? Like to go from Perminion, whatever, Optus Perminion to that, you're like, what why? You know?
Well, they went from like their Nova Prime, which I loved. Right? Remember when MMC did that?
Mm-hmm.
Then they went to the Optus Pex. We're like, oh my god, this is amazing. And then they released the Star Convoy. You and I bought it. It was $130 for something that was easier to transform than the Fans Hobby Overlord.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely was.
Their Carnifex, their version of Overlord from the IDW comic book, was a lot more complex than the Fans Hobby and that Star Convoy, and it cost like $20 more at the time when it first debuted. Now it's like $220. Yeah, out of here with that shit. But yeah, this what I will say about this, the Star Convoy, is that head sculpt is fucking gorgeous.
It is, and you know, like looking at this particular Optimus, like he has all these accessories, which whatever, take them or leave them. He has the little black truck thing that the original toy came with, and like a little legend scale hot rod. I'm like, that
pilots him.
Yeah,
because Brian Brink from Realm of Collectors can kiss my collective ass, telling me he's cosplaying. No. This Optimus Prime is nothing without its star pilot. That is Hot Rod.
Was Star Convoy really just like a shell for a pilot?
Yeah, he is.
My love, quiet.
Yeah. If you look at the picture 4 where it's like the base mode, like it's legitimately same thing. Like open it up.
Really?
Kind of some things fold down, and he's got this like
this looks really
base.
good though.
Yeah, this looks great for what it is. It's probably gonna cost like $70 because Hasbro thinks that he should be, but I mean this
70. Try to find 150, dude. They're gonna hit a 150 price.
I don't think it's gonna be $70. I don't think it's gonna be $70. You're getting too much. They're like, oh, you're not getting any waffles. You're gonna pay double. You know, like that's just what's the line?
Age of the Primes.
Age of the Primes. Interesting. Very interesting. I like it. I do like it. I mean, I can see you liking this if you like that.
Up this, I'm just scrolling up from these pictures. Up next is something I am going to pick up because I really wanted a good representation of him. I tried it with the Paladin from Maki Toys. You guys remember that set? Mm-hmm. Then, of course, Flame Toys. This was like one of their first releases, right? Was the Fallen?
No, it wasn't
Tarn.
First.
Yeah, sorry.
It was Tarn. They came out with the Fallen, though.
Yeah, so they have Megatronus the Fallen. He is a big boy.
Mm-hmm. How do you know? What's his size?
He's basically what do they call it now, man? Leader class. Their new leader class size.
But what is the leader class now?
It ain't 12 inches, but it's probably like 7 or 8. It's probably like 8 or 9 inches tall. I think.
I wish they had like just a direct link on the list. You know, so you can go down the list and click the link, then just go back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Looks good. He's beefy as fuck.
He is. I really like that. And this is obviously a precursor to the Studio Series Megatron figure. That's got to be a tank, not a gun, but everyone knows Newage is making a Voyager class to scale with their Studio Series Optimus Prime. This, I really, really like this figure. I really do.
Yeah, that's looking good.
Although his tank mode flames, he looks like a balding man with an afro.
Racist.
Yes, I can see that.
That's Robert Giagani at gmail.com. Sending all your hate comments that way.
That's what it looks like. Why the flame got to be doing that?
That's a weird placement, but they've shown it that you don't need to have the flames on it. It looks fine without it. All in all, I think it's a great addition to an actual leader. Another Decepticon commander besides Deathsaurus, which was a HasLab exclusive. Mm-hmm. And Galvatron. Who else did they do that was like a commander?
It's a cool looking tank.
It is. It's a very cool looking tank.
No, I like that. It's not an H tank, right? I can't see the back. Maybe they have the H in the back.
You got the H in the back, I think.
Just 2 legs sticking out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's completely hollow from the back. You get no back views.
The feet look sturdier than Siege Megatron, that's for sure. A lot sturdier. They're like big paws with their 3 little toes. Yeah, I'm in for this one.
This is nice. It's cool seeing stuff like this. It's what's the opposite of disheartening? Not heartening. What's the word? Encouraging. It's encouraging to see them release mainline, non-MP quality. You know, you don't see a price tag, but you can see the care they put into it. Because Hasbro traditionally does not. That was the whole beauty of MP, the care. Really, it comes down to putting care into the line, and like it started with Studio Series, right? Really, but it's good to see them continuing that perspective. Not everything's a winner, right?
Yeah.
Sonic and Tails, but stuff like this it's really cool to see.
Watch him take 22 steps back as we look at G2 Universe Grimlock from the same line.
Oh, that's just a repaint. The Grimlock's good. You like the Grimlock.
I do like the Grimlock, but I'm tired of seeing the Grimlock. You know, you released the fucking Toxitron Grimlock as G2 Grimlock, and now here's another G2 Grimlock. Do the other fucking Dinobots in the G2 color. You'll see winners all across the board, but you're starting with Grimlock. Fuck people up. Start with Slag. Start with Snarl.
I enjoy that they've got the wheelie all repainted too, because
they're just like, you want a pin? Fuck you. Molded legs.
Mm-hmm. He's supposed to just sit on the back of Grimlock.
How much money would it have costed to just have a ball joint there?
Just to make it actually work like a little action figure. You don't need to transform. Just a little action figure.
A ball and a socket. You know, we expect it popping out all the time. But who cares? Just do it. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
No for you.
This is how this is Rich's position for the next 12 hours.
If I had this wheelie, I would definitely 3D print him a little toilet that he could just be sitting on. I'll have it. So
oh, May, wheelie spray. Oh, no, it smells bad all day.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing in your wheelie?
It's just so weird.
Add to cart. Oh.
I love the head sculpt, you know? Like, I like his head sculpt. His chest is cool. And then they're just like, fuck his limbs.
This is his action pose.
Mm-hmm.
His slingshot will never leave his hand. It's molded there. No, it's not. It's not molded there.
The warness die.
Just scroll all the way back up to the top.
Man,
of the
I
list
should buy this guy just for the slingshot, because in like 30 years, nobody will have it anymore. It'll be worth like $80 on eBay just for the slingshot.
I love how Silverbolt gets to defend a castle.
All right, we going back to let's go to top. All right,
right to the top where we got Silverbolt from the Aerial Bot set. It was hinted at now since the debut of the Minosaur set, which was a hit. You know, it was a nice it was a nice vindication from their horrific Combiner Wars set. But yes, this is Silverbolt, the core part of Superion, and apparently all his stuff can transform into a fort where it looks like a McDonald's Playland castle.
Right. Oh God! It all straps to the ship too, right?
Yep. Parts of it, I don't think all of it, because his Concorde jet mode looks fine, but of course it's classic fucking Silverbolt, where it's the top is a jet, the bottom is just him folded up underneath. Then you slap on all this other shit on top of him, and it's just like, what is this?
Wait a second, hold on. I think all that shit plugs into the back of the plane.
Yep, all of it.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting. I mean, and they just continued the motif of junk underneath, and they're just like, focus on the top. Focus on the top. He's a sonic wafer. I mean, it does work.
So, but here's the thing where a lot of people are being discouraged on now is the Superion set. They really reused the shit out of the Motormaster legs. Obviously it's a retool, not a remold, but it is a retool, heavy retool, and it kind of looks like, if it's anything like the Minosaur set, you could spin them around so the cars are facing out, so you could probably do that with the jets if you're a bigger fan of the jets being there. But if not, you're looking at like a red and black color scheme inside the foot, which doesn't make sense because it, like, I don't know, it seems kind of cheap the way it just folds in instead of it being like a flat, like when those two flaps go forward instead of it making like a flat even surface. Yes, they close up the gap, but it's like it dips down, which is something I'm not crazy about. And they're copying the Stunticons where you could separate the figures at the waist, so it looks a lot better. I mean, the Combiner Wars, out of all the Combiner Wars sets, Superion set was the best because it just worked. But this does take away from like the wear and tear on like the ball joints on the legs and shit like that from being the elbows and shit.
Right.
So I don't know. I like it. I pre-ordered Silverbolt and I think Two Limbs, Slingshot, and Fireflight, whatever their fucking names are. Silverbolt.
No, is that
what's on?
Skydive?
Huh?
Where's the black one? Is it Skydive?
Oh,
I can never remember.
Who's the black one? I think it's Skydive, man. Where's it? Fireflight.
No, Fireflight's red.
Fireflight's red.
And then you have
Slingshot, which is
Slingshot.
the arm.
Air Raid, is that the black one?
That's another one. There you go.
Air Raid. You said Hair Raid.
Yeah, Air Raid.
Slingshot always looks good.
So these figures look fine. They're for being combiners, they're doing what they can with them. So they're all gonna be like a jet with a giant fucking robot body underneath.
It's not bad. I don't hate them. I don't hate them. But
Do you own a Hasbro Minosaur? Robert?
No. No, I would if I had room, but I don't have room. I don't have room for what I have. So that's really
at this point, Combiner Wars is what, 10 years ago?
Right.
Right. So remember when the Slingshot came out in Toys R Us is everywhere? It became like a super high dollar fucking figure.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now it's part of the set because there's no more Alpha Bravo.
Aw. But
So
listen, this Slingshot's forearms are fucked up. Look at him. Not Slingshot. Yeah, Slingshot. Look at his forearms.
What about them?
Look how thin they are, like flat.
Well, what'd you expect? This fucking has.
They look like flaps. It looks like he was walking on his hands in a minefield. You know, and now he's got to live the rest of his life with fleshy flaps.
You need a third-party company to create forearms, just in general.
Yeah, he needs forearms.
Just forearms.
Give him.
I think the next one, Justin, you're gonna like. It is the Transformers animated Fugitive Waspinator.
Yeah, I dig that. I'm in for
a Fugitive Wasp.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I loved this recolor of Bumblebee on a TV show. I never owned. I had the Waspinator figure from Animated, which is probably one of my favorite animated figures ever.
Yeah, he's a damn good
figure. But I know this one was an activator, right?
Was he? Was he one of the activators? I know Cliff Jumper was. I don't think Waspinator was he?
I think he was.
You might be right. You know, because they made an actual transforming Waspinator too, didn't they? I think they did.
I think it was a BotCon.
Let me see.
I think.
I gotta look it up now.
But yeah, Fugitive Waspinator. Looks fucking. I love the color scheme. I love the two different shades of green, the purple stripe, the purple insignia, the black racing stripe, because you know racing stripes make your car go 20 times faster.
It's true.
Yeah, he was an animated Wasp. I don't know if they recolored the activator. They might have.
But yeah, yeah, man, it's got the little. Although I don't recall him having the fucking police light on top.
No, that's because they're not going to take that off for the remold. Of course, they're not going to do that.
Yeah, that made sense. Fuck, do I know?
Yeah,
but yeah, it's nice. I love the vehicle mode. I think it's I think it's cute. B, it looks like a little fucking rice burner that some kid would juice up and dump me, buy it for $500 and buy a $5,000 stereo system and then dump another 10 grand in engines, and it's like, oh, check out my ride, bruh. Wah, wah, wah. It's all about family, right, Dominic? Oh yeah, it's all about family.
You sound like you've seen a movie on this or something before.
Bro, let me start. Anyway, Transformers: Age of the Primes. The next one coming up is Solus Prime. Now, this is what this line is going to be about. They're going to have the Primes. I think the 13 original Primes. So this is Solus Prime, the Hammer of Solus Prime. If you watch Transformers Prime, oh my god, I say so much
Prime. That's just Prime.
Yeah, it's the Forge of Solus Prime. You know, that was the big thing in that saved Optimus Prime's life in the Transformers Prime TV show when he was laying there with freaking smokescreen. He was about to give him the Matrix of Leadership, which made Ratchet almost have a heart attack. You know what I'd like to see in this line? I mean, she looks good. She does look good.
Yeah, she looks fine. The car looks kind of questionable, but whatever. Cybertron.
It's very Nova.
Yeah.
Or Moonracer-esque from the Combiner Wars line. But I would love to see them tackle an IDW Ratchet on this, since we're venturing to different, continuities. We already covered the Fallen, Star Convoy, the Legends class shitty hot rod that pilots him because, Optimus Prime is an idiot. Up next is, Prima Prime. Those that speak Spanish, I'm not saying prima. That means female cousin. This is called Prima Prime. He comes with a Matrix. Transforms to a little white truck. I feel like they're going to make this an Orion Pax, man.
A Mars rover. It does kind of look like it would be an Orion Pax, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I never messed with the which mold was it? It kind of makes me think of the Ironhide that came out a little while ago. I don't think it is, but it just
from
reminds me
Siege.
of it.
It does. It kind of really does a little bit. Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. I don't think it is. It's just how I see it. So. Yeah.
Yeah, but he comes with a Matrix sword. I guess he's got to be deluxe class.
Yeah, looks like it.
Voyager, according to the description, he's got to be Voyager. What's her face gonna be? Solus Prime. She will also Solus Prime will be deluxe class. So yeah, what do you think about this, Robert?
I think she can't dance.
What?
She's soulless.
Huh?
She's soulless. I think she looks cool. Solus Prime, she looks so matronly as she bashes you over the head with a fucking club.
Someone's gonna repaint that to a Harley Quinn. This is my DC Transformers crossover Harley Quinn, guys. We're in love, so please don't disrespect her. We're meant to be forever and ever.
Did you know that Solus Prime has giant, loose, flappy labia? That's why she has to wear that, hit those skirts in front and the back so you can't see.
When the wind hits it, it just goes.
Those are her labia, actually.
That's horrible.
We are such feminists. All right, up next is the return of the Mashums. Mixed Mashers, they're called now. We went over this. You know, whatever. Let's see, keep scrolling down here.
Garbage.
Oh, that's it. It's trash.
Oh, good crap. Like, it's a YOLO park. That's what they are, the YOLO park.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Up next, he is the Alpha, but is he the Omega? Authentics Alpha Mirage. What?
Authentics?
Oh, it's the fucking...
That cheap line.
The shampoo bottle, recycled shampoo bottle.
I say cheap line, but they're like more expensive than a lot of things because they show up in show up in like god damn it,
they show up in your fucking search results on Amazon and Target is what they do.
They show up in your shower.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Wait, is this the really tall one? Is this the really tall? Okay.
Really tall. Look at that Mirage there. Help me, Optimus Prime! I'm fucking broken.
Mm-hmm. What's up with his Princess Leia head? Oh, he's got like a Princess Leia head sculpt and his crooked eyes.
Kenobi, you're my only hope.
He transforms though.
Yeah, he does in like 5 steps. 2, maybe. Seam lines everywhere. Oh, it's like a high-grade Gundam kit. Oh, look at that. He's got articulation. His arms bend. Yeah.
His feet move too. Looks like he's walking on his broken ankle in one shot.
It's like he's got a fucking bull foot, and he's just like, my parents are related. Help me. I was born a dolphin, but turned into a man.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Which Mirage is next to him? Which Mirage is that next to him? The small one.
That's the Siege. Earthrise Mirage.
Looks like what's his face? Who's the Dune buggy?
Beachcomber.
His name? He looks like Beachcomber there. I don't like this face at all.
I don't like this figure whatsoever.
Do you see what they did with the eye paint? It was just like somebody got paid to just, like a blind person was just with a Q-tip, just splooching it in his face. You see his eye? Term. Look at his right. Look at his eyes. Look at the sculpt versus where the paint is.
Are you talking about the authentic or the Siege?
No, the authentic one. There's a close-up picture of his head. Oh God! Look! Look what they did to this poor robot's eyes.
It's like, you ever see those videos where they show like some guy out in India making a fucking aluminum pan from recycled aluminum?
Yes.
That's what his face looks like.
Oh God. I mean, look at the paint job on this.
Dude, it's a fucking $10 toy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
what the fuck do you expect?
Oh, my $10 worth.
You're not getting your $10 worth of this shit.
It's not a $10 toy though, because it shows up, like I said, in all those places, and then ends up being ridiculous. So it's not a $10.
It's like $35, you think?
Yeah.
I think it's $35.
Exactly. You end up going to Walgreens and they have it down there for something like some stupid about a buddy. So, yeah.
Oh boy, here comes some bad ones. Water on head transformers. Time for hydrocephalus pods transformers. Oh, this is going to require some reading because, okay. So hydropods are water-powered battling toys that kids can fill aqua armor pods with water, plug in the target, and watch as the character is revealed. Players can then load a disc into the included launchers and aim at your opponent's target to sink them. Now Optimus Prime and Megatron join this collection. So I guess it's an established toy franchise. I'm waiting to read the one where like guys like, yeah, so my kid got my hydrocephalus transformers and he put Mountain Dew in there and now Megatron's not moving. What is going on?
Hydrocephalus. Don't fuck a diseased fish. You'll catch hydrocephalus.
But yeah, the head's floating. There's the body. Like, okay, this is great for a fucking 4-year-old.
But where does the head? I don't understand where the head goes or comes from. Is it like down?
Look at the packaging, man. Like, you fill it up with water. The head appears, and then you attach it to the body. Huh?
You fill it with water and the head floats up?
Yeah.
So stupid.
Very stupid.
So dumb. This is one of the dumbest concepts.
It is. What?
Oh, look at the feet.
What guys at Hasbro are like, we're not gonna make any more movie guys, but you know what's gonna fucking make this company? What's that, Bob? Hydropods. What? That's right, guys. Hydropods.
I just don't even like. I have a hard time looking at this and understanding. They're like, reveal the head. I'm like,
who was doing acid?
Do I get this and I don't end up getting an Optimus Prime to go on the Optimus Prime body? Like, what?
Right.
Ironically, the same guy that thought of this designed a Scion XB.
It's like, I wonder which character you're going to fight. It's like, you're going to fill this clear head
you'll get. It's a mystery, but here's a Megatron packaging, so you probably won't get Megatron. I can guarantee it.
I absolutely love that the first comment is Godzilla had a stroke trying to read this and having died. Like, it's apt. There's no better way to categorize this than that statement right there. So
that's a good meme.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was something. There you go. Look, on this page, there's an advertisement for the Star Convoy Optimus Prime. $150 right off the bat.
It's too much.
15-inch Optimus Prime right there, Robert. You can pre-order it. Pre-order a pallet of them and then sell them into groups, man. You'll make a killing.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's too much. But,
It was like, I prefer the bots, and it's like, I prefer your parents to keep hitting you.
I mean, bots weren't bad though. Bots were fun at least.
They don't look fun. They look horribly designed, like some shit artist from SoCal fucking did it.
I mean, a lot of times that's true, but I mean,
liberal scum.
They were okay. They weren't bad. I enjoyed bots for what they were.
So that's that. That's today's show.
Wow. That was the show. The show to end all.
So are we checking? Which one of you guys are checking questions right now? Let's go ahead and answer.
Okay, let's do it. Hold on. I'll put one up. Let's see.
Almost died. I leaned back in my chair poorly. Almost died again. I think I'm gonna die.
Now he's got tuberculosis again.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh no.
We have a bunch of confirmation receipts saying, Gary, it's your lucky day. We're approved.
Okay, great. For what?
I don't know. Globe Life Insurance. Can I tell you something? I feel like possibly one previous person that was associated with this show Submitted the email to like a spam area. I'm just guessing. It just seems like the type of thing someone would do. Let me get rid of them because we do actually have some things. But yeah, congratulations, Gary. Gary's got a lot of things going on because Gary's been submitted somewhere. All right, all this is spam. Yes, report spam. All right. Brendan says, Dear Heralds of Fans Toys, long-time listener since the early SCU days. Huh, funny how that came up. I've been listening since my last year of high school.
Since
and now,
the SCU days?
That's what he says. Since the early
That makes
SCU days.
7 listeners to this podcast. 7 guys.
No, we lost the other 6.
And let's see, when did this come in? This came in August 14th,
Hell.
so timely, as always.
August 14th.
Probably doesn't even listen anymore, hates us.
Sorry, Brendan, I hope you still listen. Anyway, long-time listener since the early
It's
SCU
Rich's
days.
fault.
Yeah, it is Rich's fault. Actually, it's because usually it's just Rich and I who could get on, so we're like, we'll just save the questions for when other people are here. And nobody is ever here. Anyway, long-time listener since the early SU days. I've been listening since my last year of high school, and now I'm 9 years old, still listening.
Jesus.
Oh, my back.
I'm currently listening to all of SU again. I'm at the point when Lenny had his midlife crisis and became an MMC-only corrector. Those were some fun times, but I still love what you guys do and hope it continues for many years to come. At least one more. I'm just going to be paying for the next year, so at least one more. My question for the show is, with some third-party companies these days have each... Sorry. My question for the show is, with some third parties these days having their own niche, like Fans Hobby with their late European G1, Japanese G1, and Unicron trilogy, or Trans Art with Season 2 and Season 3 of Beast Wars cast, is there any niche or part of the franchise you would like to see done from a third party? Personally, I would love to see a company tackle toy-only Beast Wars characters like Spidor or Man Terror, or maybe even some Masterpiece-styled Transformers animated. Looking forward to your responses, and hail Keith, who is truly the bringer of doom. Brandon. P.S. If AHU has 100 listeners, I'm one of them. If AHU has 10 listeners, I'm one of them. If AHU has 1 listener, it's me. If AHU has no listeners, I died. That is amazing.
I hope you're alive, Brandon.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would like them to do more Japanese themed characters. I would like to, I would love to see an MP animated line. Do like the main 3 Autobots. 4, right? Because Prowl makes 4, so it's like Bumblebee, Bulkhead, Prowl, and Prime. We'd love to see that.
Okay.
I think that'd be an interesting take to see what that's like.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Especially animated, because I just love how radical those designs were over time, man.
Yeah.
And rest in peace to the guy who created the show. I forget his name because
Eric Wyatt.
There you go. Yeah. Rest in peace to Eric Wyatt, to Mr. Wyatt. His designs were absolutely breathtaking. It did usher in some people in some of the boards say it did usher in the SoCal style, but I don't think so. What it did do was it did inject a little bit of adrenaline into a series that was basically, because of the movie, was almost damn near dead. I like the interpretations, the different versions of these characters, the voice for Megatron. As much as I love Frank Welker, the guy who voiced him was actually the voice actor for G1 Shockwave. I love the whole take on animated, period. I love the new refreshing, I love the fact that Prime is a rank, not just a chosen one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I really liked, is just how different it was, but it wasn't insulting to its roots.
Yeah. I agree. I think it homaged the roots plenty. It was its own thing. It did something interesting with the whole franchise. So I was here for it. I like it. So I will say animated is not the thing that I want to see someone do. Don't get me wrong. If someone does, I'm all in. But I'm okay if someone doesn't do animated, for the specific reason that I think the animated toys are awesome. Like, one thing animated also did is the toys in animated matched the actual transformation. Like, they did a really good job of making the transformation scenes in the game actually transform like the toys did, which is something that a lot of the toy lines didn't do. So that was always interesting about animated to me. The thing I want to see someone tackle, and I'm gonna die on this hill, I'm sure. Newage, Magic Square, whichever one you get on, does this first. You've got me hooked, totally. GoBots. I want some Legends GoBots, because the idea of the Legends scale, which like still scales with like Hot Wheels and accordingly GoBots, because they were kind of like Hot Wheels but transforming Hot Wheels, would be amazing. And the idea that like existing GoBots kind of could fit into this line and bring up holes for things they don't make, would be super cool. I would love to see someone dive into that. If I have to think of something Transformers that I would like to see someone plug that hole, that's probably harder for me. Because I feel like we're getting a lot of it. Like, I like the Headmaster Juniors. I think we got enough of those. I have to think about that a little.
I'd like a robot in disguise Megatron, Spitor, Hellscream, like, you know, the main core bad guys from the Robots in Disguise line.
I think that they could tackle. I would like to see, like, we've seen one-offs, but I would like to see somebody really just dive into Prime, you know, Transformers Prime, with really high quality stuff.
Yeah.
And really attack those lines. But also, I like what he said about Beast Wars. Look, Takara did Beast Wars. There's that company that did the, oh my God, Pterosaur. Well, that's not Transart.
No, it's not. It's someone else.
Right.
But I know what you mean. That was a beautiful fucking
It's
figure.
beautiful. I would love somebody to just go in a Beast Wars lane, and don't limit it to show characters, because we know the characters are limited. You have so much material to go off of. You could go for the toys too, you know, and really make them high quality.
I'd love to see like a very new updated take on like Beast Wars Polar Claw, the polar bear. Like that has a lot of room for being like a really hard hitting character to add to one's collection.
Transart needs competition, dude. They can't be allowed to run the fucking show and set this like just knock off standard. They can't. Transart needs competition. They need to be strangled out of the business. Sorry, Rich.
But I mean, like I like you mentioned like real updated stuff for Transformers Prime. I would, honest to God, would love to see, like, because there was that one company, weren't they making like an MP style Optimus Prime from that TV show?
Yeah, they did. Like, is it Star Toys or something? I don't know. I think Matt had gotten it. Like, they did a Prime, you know, but it wasn't good. It was like built really poorly, if I recall.
Yeah, that sucks.
I mean, somebody needs to do fully transforming Transformers Prime MP. The thing is, it's in the same vein as how Justin feels about animated Transformers Prime. A lot of those figures really well done. So it's hard
Transformers
to just...
Prime was an amazing show too.
You know. But if you like Bingo Toys them, like Bingo Toys did what's her face? Oh my God, I'm so bad with
Air Arachnid.
And she's fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, APC Toys has been taking a stab, but they're doing basically like upscaled KOs.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't
like
want that.
I have their Megatron, I have their Prime.
Right.
You know, Megatron looks more imposing than the Prime does, hand over fist. But like the older toys, they were the same scale.
It's really just they're doing the same thing that oh my God, the Transart's doing. You know, they're just like, let's just upscale it and tweak it, but not really a lowercase t on that tweak. You know, I would love to see like Bingo Toys, like that approach where it is mature and it's like artwork, like because you can really get that with animals. You know, it can look beautiful, but it would be expensive. But I mean that arachnid proves how nice it could be. You know. So.
I hear you.
Because I think Transart did arachnid as well, didn't they? I think I have it. Don't you have it, Justin? Is that Transart?
Yeah, I got it.
That's the one that comes with the spider legs, right?
It's well, there was two done. One is like a black arachnia, and one's an arachnid. And the arachnid was like a quote unquote lowercase improvement of the Transformers Prime toy.
Yeah, it was a complete different. Like they did so much better stuff for it.
But it was still bad. I remember I hated it and you loved it. I'm like, I can't even get her to stand. And you're just like, I don't have a problem.
Yeah, I remember when that came out, it was at Aldi's. They were on sale for like $5 or some shit like that. And guys were buying Viacons out the ass from there, as well as Arachnids.
Oh, right.
And they were flipping these Viacons for like $30 a pop. Shit, man. I bought 2 off a guy for like 70 back then because my Aldi's never had anything. So it was like, oh, I just want a couple of Viacons, man. Oh, then of course the Arms Micron line changed it up, but then like Arachnid was still the worst one out of them all because she couldn't stand. She was the fuck. No one fucking liked that figure.
Those flipper hands.
Yeah, hands that like where they have a peg hole in them, so you put like the gun in her hand with a peg hole.
Who was the? I remember there was 2 Arachnids that have been done. Which one was that, Justin?
No, I think it was APC Toys did the first one. I think it was, and then
Transart did one.
Yeah, the Transart one is that the that
might have been their first release. It might have been there, and everybody was like loving it and hating it, and breaking it.
It's aired. She did. I know Transart did a Black Arachnia.
Yeah. Right.
The Transmetal Black Arachnia, known as the Metal Spider Queen.
They released it twice, if I recall, and the second one was supposed to be a little better made because people were breaking theirs. I think that was the first thing Transart did. But
Transart did Windblade, I think, first.
Really?
I think so.
Isn't that weird that Bingo Toys did Wingblade?
Was it Bingo? Okay, maybe Bingo did it. So.
Oh, I was out for a second there. I'm like, is Transart Bingo?
And APC Toys did Night Countess. That's a Transformers Prime Arachnid. Air Arachnid.
Right. Yeah. But I want... Yeah,
God. Here's a video from fucking P2 PR when he reviewed Deluxe Class Air Arachnid, and it's like 8 minutes 31 seconds long. I can't sit through that, but
what's the next list and a question? Let's do one more.
I was like, that's it. No one else emailed us because they stopped listening.
We got plenty.
Okay.
We got 2 more. Quint says, "Hi guys, glad to hear you found a new way for answering questions, and thank you for taking the time to answer mine last time this was sent September 14th, so a little bit more timely. Please call me Quint only from now on. I felt like some gamer last time, and I can't game for shit since the early 90s. With the addition of Rich, you guys have broadened your TF knowledge intensely, yes, which makes it a hell of a lot harder to come up with a question for you guys that sparks a conversation between you. I've been collecting Transformers.
IQ has proportionately dropped.
Yes. I have been collecting Transformers hard for the last 25 years and have all of my collection displayed one way or another. My collection is divided in 2 places, one part in a small room in my apartment and the other in a spare office in my company, which I could lose in the foreseeable future. You'll have to let us know.
Oh, horseshit. Robert, you wrote this fucking letter. You fucking liar.
I'm thinking, is this me? Did I write this? Oh, God. Go on.
One that he could be losing. You'll have to let us know if you did or did not. I would definitely be interested to know. Okay, I just lost my place on
Justin
here.
just wants to swoop in like a vulture and steal your
My collection means a lot to me, and after all those years of collecting, I take pride to see all those toys in person, which look like advertisements I rolled over as a kid. So I hate selling because money isn't the issue. My question is, if you had to sell part of your collection, what would you keep? You don't have to name specific toys, but for example, would you favor your G1 over your masterpieces or your art or comics over toys? I wish I could push the popularity of this podcast, but I don't use social media, so I hope you guys, with or without Robert, keep on going. Are you leaving, Robert? This is news to me. I even bought 2 toys on your recommendation.
Here's what's this guy's name? Quint?
Quint.
It's Dabert Regania.
Yes.
What's this guy's name? Justin?
Quint.
Yes, every time Robert's
on.
not on the show, he sits there and he magically appears on new episodes of Collecting for Dummies with Bobby Skullface, his wife, and some random guy that lives in fucking Tampa. Okay, and yeah, he's not really sick. He doesn't have family problems. It's like, oh, I gotta do this thing for Bobby so I can send him more toys to break, but it's okay. I love Bobby.
It's fine.
We fuck. I'm his power bottom.
This is true. I have heard that is a true statement. So, yeah.
Diddy Skullface.
Indeed.
If the times I've offloaded, dude, the times I've sold. I have sold my collection, like chunks of my collection at a time. Sometimes it's used to be heavy in a Facebook group, so Gary came in and fucked everything up. I do now through eBay. There's a vintage toy collector here that I sell it to him in lots. It's always like stuff that if it's been in storage for more than a month and I don't think about it, I don't need to hang on to it. It's that classic case of go through the stuff you own. If it still brings you joy, keep it. If not, get rid of it. Yeah. And that's that. That's the way I kind of look at it, the way I approach it, because at the end of it all, and as much as we are literally holding our nostalgia in our hands, and we think about the days what the days were like when we first saw the episode, when we first saw Alpha,
Spoilers.
When we first saw Alpha Bravo in that Christmas special, and we asked ourselves, do we really need this Alpha Bravo for our Superion because we bought a slingshot? And are we justified in asking for $300 for an aerial bot set from the Combiner Wars line because we have the slingshot that was sold in retail, not in the set, but in its own individual packaging here in the States. So
Oscar's lying.
It's really hard to pick which one's got to go, but sometimes for me it's always been, I support 2 households, man. So it's like what needs to get sold, what can I get the most money out of, He's
lying.
Shut the fuck up. You're a lawyer. All you do is lie. You manipulate people.
Oscar tells his wife that he's gonna sell his collection to help pay the bills, and then he just shoves them all up his ass and walks around like that for 3 months until the coast is clear, and then Rich comes and helps him out, gives him a dose of the old juice, and then Oscar fucking diarrheas them all out.
Dude, the air-acted stuck, Rich. Help me. I don't know what to do.
The legs.
The spider legs, they get real deep.
Off topic. I just saw a picture of the Night Countess. The hands still look like shit on that figure.
Yes, they do. They look like
shit.
Oh
my god.
It's disappointing. It was equally disappointing. And I remember she could, like, stand on her spider legs or something bad. There's something really bad about it. But yeah, what I would sell. If I really had to just offload it for whatever reason, I would get rid of a lot of the just mainline MP stuff, just like a lot of the Autobots, because there aren't as many Decepticons. Probably not. I would probably offload my Legends. I would probably just keep my niche stuff like Flame Toys, Bingo Toys, the the companies that did like the Mega Tank, like that kind of shit, the Waterhead Baby stuff. I would keep. I would just keep the obscurities.
Yeah.
Because the mainline kind of stuff I always have in my mind, and I like the obscurities, and because space is limited for me, and it could just be a collection obscura, and I'd probably have a better display that way if I let go of all the general stuff. Fans Toys would all go. I don't need to have that stuff. It's all very,
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way as you. Like the more MP goes on, the less I enjoy it. If I'm honest with you, I don't love Fans Toys as much as I used to. Like, they still make great figures, don't get me wrong. I'm getting Ultra Magnus because, yeah. But, like, Fans Toys is just not the same company they were. And MPs, like, more and more becomes less fun because, like, you can't flip things back and forth like you used to. Like, MP10 was, like, pinnacle MP, right? Because you could flip them back and forth. You didn't feel like you're going to break them. Like, MP44 is not that toy. No. I feel like I need a KO of MP44 just so I have one that if it breaks, I'm like, well, at least it was just a KO, you know? Like,
yeah.
Right. Right.
So that, you know, so like I would lose my MPs for sure. I think I'd get rid of everything except Legends because Legends still gives me that I can flip it back and forth feeling. And I think I'd probably keep my G1 stuff because that means more to me than a lot of the MPs do anymore. They're very cool, but yeah, I could definitely cut my collection like that if I had to for space. And I'm like, in a way, I'm kind of doing that now, right? Like, I don't buy nearly as many MPs as I used to. Yeah, so
I think
inspiring me. Sorry.
I think as time has gone on and the debut of the MP figures, the consistency of the MP figures, like over 10 years ago, I think we've gotten a little more mature mentally into what it is we buy, what we want to buy. You know, than just sit there and start shelling out cash because, hey, they just did a side swipe, guys. It's only, what was it, like $50 when he came out? $60?
The side swipe was good, though, the new one.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're right, though. You're right. Remember that? Yeah. I remember when Bumblebee was coming out. When Ultra Magnus was coming out, we're like, oh, what's the next one? Oh.
Yeah. You know what I don't miss about those days were the fucking silhouette images.
I know.
I don't.
Remember, you have to look at pictures. You have to look at photos of like Japanese magazines to hopefully get a hint of the silhouette of the next MP.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Mm-hmm. I used to fucking loathe that. Like, just stop fucking around and show us what it is. And then like, and my one frustration back then was of Toy World and their Throttlebot combiner. They were taking forever on it, and they're just and they would like who they released the roll bar, they released the white SUV guy, and then Goldbug, and then I don't know the order, but like they stopped at 3, and then they're like, oh, we're gonna do an Ultra Magnus. And I remember commenting on their fucking Facebook post like, hey, will you fucking hurry up and finish your fucking combiner before you go fucking showing off other stuff. Yeah, it was Toy World. Right? They never did. Huh? They were teasing an Ultra Magnus. Wow. It was like, well, it's gonna be Ultra Magnus, bro. Just finish your fucking Throttlebot combiner. No one cares about. No one wants an Ultra Magnus.
I feel inspired now. I might, because my collection has not gone back on the shelves because it's so daunting, and dare I say, like unexciting, because of what I feel like has to go up there isn't what I want to put up there. I just feel like it has to go, and that's stalled me. I'm going to try to just display my obscure shit and see how that makes me feel. You know? I'm going to try it. You know, Robo-Sen, shit like that. Waterhead Baby. I have so many Waterhead Baby stuff, and I love them. I'm looking at my SDF1. The original Mastermade. First one.
Mm.
You know, he's still here on my shelf, looking at me all tough and little and waterheady.
Feed me, Daddy. I can't breathe.
That's look like it when he's saying
it. Just, you know, like there's so many companies is also like come and gone. Like I haven't seen or heard shit from Perfect Effects since their fucking their Fortress Maximus figures released. You know,
Leonidas. Didn't Leonidas come after Fort Max?
I believe so, yeah. And then Leonidas came out, and that was it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't recall them releasing anything else. Someone will remind me of what it was, but like, weren't they doing upgrade kits for the Combiner War set?
Something.
The hands and feet.
Surfaced.
I think that's
true. Funny? Yeah. You know what's funny? Why is there honor amongst thieves? If a company like Perfect Effect really disappeared, and you wanted to start your own toy company, why don't you just call yourself perfect to fucking copy everything they do with their packaging and just start releasing figures? People, you just ride the wave of their coattails. Not, that's total like brand confusion, but who gives a shit? Like who cares?
This is true. They're not gonna sue.
Oh.
Scan the shit out of one figure, start reprinting certain limited copies. Like, oh, hey guys, remember Leonidas? Here you go, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck is this? This is some.
There's a calico kitty cat.
Yeah, it's a calico lion. Come on, guys. They did Leonidas. They did the Nemesis Leonidas, and then they did like the Evangelion colored.
I got 3
Or was
of
that
them.
the Evangelion colored one, the Nerve.
Their Warden was pretty good, if I recall correct.
Warden's awesome.
Warden.
Yeah, Warden was awesome.
Which one was the Warden? Was that the Fortress Max?
Yeah. Fortress Maximus.
Yeah, I have the other color version of Fortress Maximus. I picked them up at TFCon in Orlando last year.
Oh, right. And you remember you guys got the Toy World Fort Max at like the first con, and you guys were all excited. You were playing with your little 8-inch tall Fort Maxes.
I never bought that.
Toy World.
I did.
I remember Greg did.
I think Greg did, yeah. And then they released like a metal finish version of them through Zeta. And back when Zeta was releasing, oh my god, that shit.
Yeah, Zeta was like, "Fuck you,
ready to get this US?" I'll tell you what's funny. Like there was a post in another Transformers cell group where like some girl was selling, I think her ex-boyfriend's Transformers collection, and she had an Orion in her hands. They're like, no, it's not Orion. That's Zeta. I'm like, no, it's Orion, dude. It's not Zeta. It was based on Toy World Orion. It's Orion. No, it's different. No, it's not different. It's the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you get an Orion at a con?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
I definitely got an Orion at some point.
I bought it from someone else. I had him for a while. I sold him. Then I picked up the Zeta because he was like $40 fucking. I was like, oh shit, man, that's a fucking solid price for a fucking Toy World Orion, Picked him up. He was worse. Like his fucking hands kept falling off and everything. I know I didn't do the crazy glue trick, but I think I did like a cellophane.
He did the peanut butter trick.
Yeah, I had that. I had both of those versions. I had the Hegemon for like the longest time. That I bought off Greg Sullivan.
I bought his Hegemon. At the same con, I got Hegemon. I could have sworn you got Orion, and you were so excited. And you spent I thought it was you. You spent so much money on it, and they took it out of the packaging, and you realized it was like a flimsy piece of shit.
No, that wasn't me, dude. Oh. The one thing I got excited was when you got me that Sunstorm from TFCon in Charlotte.
Right.
We were in the room where that one cross-dresser was stealing.
Like the what do you call the shoplifting cross-dresser?
Yeah. It was in that room party, and they're like stealing fucking parts and books and shit. And it's like, oh man. But yeah, you got me the Sunstorm.
Good old days. Good old days.
He's still in storage. I can't seem to part with that one.
Oh God, let it go, Elsa. That's the worst. Let it go. MP never recovered from that shit. Fucking Sunstorm and fucking.
I remember those were the rage because they took that fucking Seeker mold that Takara did, right? That had those horrible fucking skirts that were just dangling off the side.
It was the MP11s. The MP11.
This was pre-MP11, dude.
You're talking about the first knockoff.
Yeah, that was iGear. iGear took that fucking mold and they changed it so that it didn't have that horrible skirt, and the fucking legs had that part that used to be the skirt attached to it. And then MP11
was like, thanks for the engineering.
Yeah. And then Takara was like, "Oh, thank you. Check this out, guys." And then they released another set of Seekers. I remember that shit a lot. Wow, this is taking me fucking back, man. Like, I remember Thundercracker at Toys R Us. I picked him up for like $70.
I didn't buy it. When I saw it, it was $79. And I remember it was after Hurricane Sandy. My Toys R Us was like destroyed, and they had like a tent city Toys R Us in its place. And I was walking down the aisles around Christmas time. Scarlett was little, and I saw that thing, $79, and I was like, "What the fuck?" It was one of the first MPs I had ever seen. But the packaging had no images of an alt mode, so I didn't think it transformed.
Mm.
But I'm buying.
I bought it. I picked it up. I remember. Oh my God. So I'll never forget that day I picked up MP11 at Toys R Us. This is during the Good Morning Cybertron days, right? And Toys R Us had layaway. And I'll never forget, as I'm walking through the aisles of this Toys R Us, I got stuck behind this guy who was like a mechanic of some kind. He smelled the high hell. Holy crap. I remember like almost gagging. And then I made the turn to where the Transformers were, and I saw the MP11. I pick it up, and this random guy goes up and goes, "Oh, you like Transformers, huh?" This is like the first time I ever met like someone that I thought was another collector fan. I was like, "Oh yeah, man, you know, like this
is a pedophile."
It was like, you know, this is MP11 Toys R Us with the trailer, the Matrix, the whole nine, the amazing engineering. It was, you know, MP11 was top of its game, you know. And then he's like, "Yeah, you watch the movies, man. The movies are really good." When I heard that, I was like, "Oh no, he's not like a grow up with it. He's a Bay former, you know. That's fine." And we're talking, and he's like, "Yeah, I remember I had a Jezz, and he was made of metal, and it was my favorite Transformer." And then and these words, "You know, my brother took him and slammed him on the driveway, and he broke. And that's when I discovered I had a love for street fighting." And I was just looking at him going, okay.
And then he scooted away on his customary Walmart scooter.
No, this wasn't Toys R Us. So like, I'm like, okay, well, hey, nice talking to you. I gotta go now, man, because I was like, I'm putting this bitch on layaway. I'm gonna fucking pick this up next week. And he's like, hey, you ever watch Dark of the Moon? And it's like right before I left the album. I'm like, yeah, it's actually my favorite of the movies. You ever wonder why they didn't show the other part of the moon in the movie? And I'm like,
was he chasing you around in his scooter?
He was following me, man. Like he followed me all the way to the fucking customer service center where you put stuff on layaway. And I remember like putting Prime on layaway, and I'm just like, yeah, blah, 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 yeah. And this guy's just like, yeah, so, you know, how about that part from Revenge of the Fallen? That's my favorite movie. And then there's that part where, like, Skids is all like, I can't read, but I was like, you know, typical fucking robots, man. You know, they look like, you know, rappers, and they're probably dumb, you know? And I'm just like, yeah, I gotta go, dude. Like, you know, and I remember, like, just...
Hey, man, do you like Magic the Gathering?
I start to walk away. I put the receipt in my pocket, and then like and I know he's starting to follow me out the door. Then one goes like, sir, hey, you forgot this over here." And like just as soon as like, "Oh, hey, thanks," he turns around. I fucking like power walk right to my car. And I was like, "Here, just get in the car." Drove. I was like, "Oh, safe and free, safe and free."
Nerd. Oh, he just wanted a friend. You're a piece of shit.
Well, if he's like, you wanna trade numbers, and Oscar said no, and then he'd show Oscar how good he was at street fighting. Clearly,
as heavy as he breathed, as heavy as he breathed while talking, I highly doubt he was effective in anything. Like, because he was like, "Yeah, man, you know, I'm a bouncer. You should be a bouncer too, man. We make good money. We make at least like $50-$60 a night." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll think about that, man. I'm just gonna ring this up now. I'll see you later." "Yeah, so, you know, Dark of the Moon, like, what's up with Sentinel Prime? Why did he betray the Autobots?" And I'm like, it explained, like, it was just one of those fan interactions. And my second favorite one was, and it made it to an episode of TFW with TJ Omega, Evangelist, and them. Mm-hmm. And so this guy I bumped into, because I picked up, it was when Alita 1 came out for Power of the Primes, I think it was. I picked her up. He's like, "Oh, you like Transformers?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do." He's like, "Oh, man." And we start talking, and then he suddenly goes like, "Yeah, you know, like, you ever listen to the WTFW, like the TFW podcast?" I'm like, sometimes. Like, I sometimes just shoot the breeze with one of the contributors on Skype. You know, TJ Omega's like, I know TJ too, man. Like, it's so weird. We're such really good friends. Sometimes
I feed him snacks.
And sometimes, you know, I just send him gifts, you know, and I'm just like, huh, okay. You know, it's like, hey, he doesn't say anything, but I know he's really appreciative of it. You know, so like, you know what's funny about Alita 1 is that the reason why she's pink in the comics is because she's bathed in the blood of her enemies. Like, okay, I haven't read the comics. Dude, you got to read the comics, man. The comics are so fucking good. But, you know, it's like I try to tell TJ all the time. I message him on Facebook. I'm like, hey, man, when are you going to get me on the show, man? Because, you know, you got to give me a shout out, bro. I've been backing you all these years on YouTube, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, you know, I got to go. I was like, no, but you got to hear me out on this, man. Vangelis one time liked one of my comments on his YouTube video. At this point, I was just like, was it the one with the robots? Was it that one? He's like, what? I'm like, nothing. I gotta go. But at this point, like, I had my fill with the Street Fighter, so I was just like, look, dude, I need to go. And then, like, I went home. I messaged TJ Omega, like, I told him the whole story. And then ended up being one of the things he talked about on the WTFW podcast years and years ago. It was fucking great, man. Like, it's just, my memories in that store were fucking awesome at Toys R Us.
You ever watch the Big Dumb Toy Review? Oh, man, if I've met that guy, I would just stick my tongue in his mouth.
You sound a lot like him.
I got a tattoo of a bro on my chest because of Big Dumb Toy Reviews.
I wish he'd tap my ass cheeks.
Those were so much fun to make, man.
Mm-hmm.
You should do those. You should do those again. They're funny.
I remember I sent you that KO Hercules, was it? I think it was Hercules.
Yeah.
That thing was so crap. And
my
you
God,
did like one
was...
of them, and I'm like, what happened to the rest? You're like, he broke. I'm like, that's kind of...
Yeah, he just fell apart, man. Combining them.
It doesn't surprise me, but...
Snapping off. And I was going to have Randy, because I bought a Randy Orton wrestling figure, and I was going to have him RKO him, because I knew in one episode I was using Randy Orton to RKO all these other figures I had. No, look out, it's pro. RKO, yeah, bro. But, and I was like, I'm going to do it to Hercules. And then, like, I combined them, and I was going to do it. And then he just fucking, he just, like, you know, go to bend a leg to put him in a nice pose, like he's ready to get jumped. And then it just snapped. And I was like, uh-oh. And then everything else kept breaking. I'm like, no, please.
It would have been a nice way to send this series off. Oh, well.
I forget what my last one was on, man. Like, I remember... I was going to do one on the Fortress Maximus because, like, I got him a month before he came out from the Chosen Prime. And I started taking, but the problem was I showed my face in the video because I took a photo of me, like, holding him like a baby, feeding him A1 steak sauce. Because, you know, it's Fortress Maximus. That's what he eats. He's a big boy. But I just couldn't because, like, it was just such a big fucking thing. But I think my favorite review of that was the Armada Megatron from Combiner Wars. No, the Combiner Wars Megatron, and then I had him like fucking clapping cheeks of the Armada Megatron. I was like acting like I was frustrated trying to transform him all on camera, smoking a cigarette.
Did he?
those I'm so glad those are buried well past the notifications of the algorithm, because man, like those would not last well in today's political climate at all.
Bring them back.
No, not bringing them back.
Just bring them back. I'm gonna start sending you shitty toys to review.
No,
but only really bad ones.
No.
Yes.
No, I can never do those again, man. I barely have time to build a model, let alone fucking film it.
I'll send you a bottle of whiskey with it, so you have to drink the bottle.
Drink.
You have to drink the bottle and then do the review.
What was it? I did one with Barricade, and the last night Barricade figure, and I dumped all these pills on the figure. They were like metformins for my diabetes. So, look out these pills, bro! Yeah.
All right. I guess we'll save the last question for next week.
Yeah. See you next year. I mean, it's legitimately close to the end of the year, so we're probably not getting answered in 2024, if I'm honest with you. There's one chance at that,
Happy
right?
New Year, everybody.
We'll be recording the Monday before New Year's Eve, so maybe one more question by the end of 2024.
Maybe,
I don't know.
yeah.
We'll see.
We'll make a Facebook post, see if people want to see
oh my God, this one only
return.
came in December 1st. It has to stay for a while. I'm sorry, we can't. It's just too new.
Yep, we'll see you in 4 months.
We'll make a Facebook post. See if can we make a poll on Facebook on the group? I remember there was a big
there's a lot of things we could do on Facebook if someone wants to use it.
You should post a link to a Big Dumb Toy review. And say, would you like to see more of these from me?
I'd probably upload it to the All Hail Unicron because the Oscar and J-Boy channel is fucking dead in the water. Mm-hmm. I got up to 3,000 subs and I'm down to 1,200 now. No, 1,000. That's how quickly people fucking ducked out on me. So it'd have to be on the All Hail Unicron channel.
Do it. Do it. All right. Say goodnight, Oscar.
Good night, Oscar.
Good night, Oscar. So on behalf of all our good friends over there, over on the Realm of Collectors, our good friend Eddie Dustmites for making our entrance music. And for those of us that follow us who Shadowcast Uncut, like Quint over here, poor guy.
Our one fan.
Unless he's dead. Shout out to our good
Quint,
friend
send
here,
us
the
a
Mad
question
Professor.
So we know that you're not dead.
Yeah,
get to
please,
it in
we're
6
worried
months.
now. That way Robert can sue you. So as always, check out T2RX6 on YouTube. Our good friend
Justin,
Richard.
You went to Great Wolf Lodge?
I did go to Great Wolf,
God.
Yeah.
You're like $5,000 in the hole now.
Uh-huh.
Some shitty chicken nuggets.
Oh my God, you're not even lying. So
you walk into the fucking pool area in any Great Wolf Lodge, your eyeballs immediately burn out of your skull from all the chloramines released from the chlorine eating all the urine in the water. You go in that wave pool. You go in the wave pool. You walk in it going, "Oh my God, I'm walking into piss. This is all piss."
You turn around.
You turn around, and then you see other people walking in the pool, and you're like, "They're pissing. They're all pissing. They're all fucking pissing."
This is disgusting.
Anyway,
You
sorry,
point
Oscar.
at random kids and yell, "Are you urinating right now?" No, I'm not.
I actually walked up to my wife. I'm like, the little kids area has different color water than the rest of Great Wolf.
When I go to Great Wolf Lodge, we stopped going. When I would go to Great Wolf Lodge, I would just urinate out. I would just piss, standing up on my. I would just stand outside. I would just stand in the middle of the area and just urinate on the floor.
Mm-hmm. That's all you have to do. So.
Sorry, Oscar. Continue.
No, that's right. I'm on YouTube right now, looking at my videos.
Yeah, all right. Back re-uploads all Big Dumb Toy reviews. Let's do it.
I redubbed.
Send Oscar.
I redubbed
Come
Matt's
on, bro.
Popeye's chicken sandwich review. Let's see.
If there's not a Big Dumb Toy review this weekend, I'm gonna be so pissed. So pissed.
Yeah, the last Big Dumb Toy review, episode 10, is the TFC KO Mixmaster. Part 2 of 7.
Part 2 of 7. Where's 3 of 7?
That's when he broke.
All right. Have a good night.
Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for listening to us. We all love you so much.
Yep. Send us your questions. Good night.
Yeah. Good night.